Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial here. Today I'll be showing you how to build this locomotive here, and that is a Amtrak AEM-7, which is a electric locomotive made by ASEA, and I think it's General Electric or General Motors, something like that, for Amtrak, and they were recently retired, so I thought it might be good to make one. So we will be starting with the bogies. Let's just get a station first. There. Let's see here. We need to place it there. We're going to click that, and then we need a double axle. Not large. I think it's that one. Yeah, this one here. These bogies are from Steamer Rails, and I'm using, I think it's Race darker bogies to be able to get them to look nice like this. Then we're going to get layer deep slate and place it on the sides like this. Then we're going to get copycat bite panels and put layer deep slate in the top on all of these. And this here is the beginning of a suspension setup for the locomotive. What's meant to kind of look like it. Then we are going to get the bottom of it, which is the suspension springs. On some locomotives there are 2, others there are 3. That obviously depends on the weight of the locomotive. So on a, say, RC4 you might only have 2, but on a RM, which is heavier, it's meant for all trains, you have 3 instead. Then we are going to get crouch down. Please copy. No, that's one. Need to get these and those first actually. We're going to crouch down and make sure that we place them right, because these are copycat layers and they are meant to be the kind of bottom of a bogie. Here. I'm going to replicate this for all the bogies. Like this. Then we are going to get copycat iron trapdoor, industrial iron trap. What the fuck am I saying? Industrial iron trapdoors, like this, and place them on the bogies. Then we are going to get copycat slabs, and we're going to place them like this. Now we need to get here industrial iron supports. They're going to be placed like this. And on the top we're going to have layered deep slate again. Now we need to get some copycat slices and copycat steps. The steps are going to be placed like this, and yeah, like that, and the other ones like so. You get kind of that shape. So there's 3 slices in that, and it's just 1 step. Wait, I used a slightly different texture. We're going to have bricks in the lower ones, the slices, and we are going to have pillars, sideways pillars in the top ones. Now that this is done, I want my inventory open. There we go. Sort of that and that. Then we are going to place. Yeah, they need to go inwards. These like two copycat slices like that, and we're going to do the same with all of them going inwards towards the middle of the locomotive. Then we're going to get some copycat bytes and place them like this. Layer copycat byte panel and we're going to have layer deep slate in all of them. Now the bogies on the locomotive are done. We'll get some half panels like this for the kind of undercarriage frame. There. Going to do the same in the middle, so like this. Some girders running through the whole locomotive. Like this. Then now it's time for the undercarriage. Let's see here, that's a slice and it's a pillar and that's a train. Okay. Right. Now it's time to do this kind of detail here with the air tank and I think the compressors in that box. Our AEM-7. I'm not sure though if the compressor is in that box because I don't know really how the AEM-7 is set up, the electronics and so on. Like that, yeah, that's yeah, that's about right. Now that we got that in, we can do this. And this. Then we can just place a layer deep slate like that. Now we should make the buffer beams, which is the next part of the locomotive, and plow. So the buffer beams are these copycat headstocks. If I would be building this in survival, I'd probably use Armor's Workshop buffer beam, but you can really use whatever buffer beam you want. I know the AEM-7 has knuckle couplers, but I don't really care, since I'm probably going to run it with European coaches. I want to have a buffer beam so I can actually hook it up to something. Now, why did my game freeze? There we go. I need a half panel there. Let's begin on the plow or pilot. I'm fucking know. And we need a place like this, so we have a slice. Then we need to have half pan and a half panel in the middle. I usually place them out like this, and then we're going to have stacked half layers there, and then we are going to place pillars in them, except for the slices, because they are going to have layered deep slate. Now we need to repeat that to the other bogie. There we go. Now the whole undercarriage is done. So really, if you wanted to build a Swedish RC, you could just take this part and build a new body, but here we need some of that, some of these, yeah. Let's build the middle of a locomotive now. We're going to have these copycat panels on the sides, and then we're going to use simple andesite pillars from chipped for the corrugated steel walls. We're going to repeat the same to the other side. Now it is time for the roof details, and we will be placing two copycat slices in each block here along the side. We're going to do the same on the other side. And we're going to get copycat half layers, like this. I'm going to place 3 of them on the same block, like this. So they are, so on the right side they're meant to be 2 pixels higher than the ventilation. Then we are going to place some on the inside, like this. I'm going to skip those 2 because those are, we're going to do those later. Here. Now we need to have these here. And we are going to place industrial iron supports vertically like this, and these. And we're going to have striped blue concrete on these like this. Then we need grid blue concrete in these. And we're going to have smooth blue concrete here and here. For the middle of the roof we are going to use sanded stone, like this. And we are going to place copycat bites for the whole of the middle of the roof. Could probably swap some of these for panels, but yeah. There. If you are interested in building a engine room interior based on the RC6, there will be a link to a site with which is quite detailed about how the RC6 works with the electrics, and also good pictures of the engine room and such. Like I think it would be like machine room. Engines are in the bogies, but yeah, whatever. I'm going to just do this because it's simple. I don't want to spend half an hour making just the inside of a locomotive that you're probably not going to see that much anyway. Now we're going to do this, which is one of the boxes on the roof. As I said before, I don't know much about the AEM-7, but I think it's for ventilation or something. We need to have this here with copycat bites, because now we're going to start with the insulators on the roof. So copycat bites there, then a block away there, and then another block away, and then we're going to have there. So when you're finished with the insulators on the roof, it should look. Right, no, that's wrong. It's meant to be a block away, not a half block away. Sorry. It should look something like this. Now we start with the wire on top, which is quite simple. It is just red terracotta and some copycats. We're going to have a half layer there. Then we're going to have slices like this going straight to here. And for this side we're going to do something like this. And now that's done. Now it is time to build the cabs. Why is my game freezing like this? I hate it. It is horribly annoying. See here. Okay. Let's see here, inside. Let's start with the doors on the cab, which are copycat sliding doors with weathered andesite and clear leaded glass, like this. And we're going to do the same for the other cab. And we're going to place copycat panels like this. And like this. So we're going to put clear leaded glass in all of those. And we're going to place a copycat panel there. And we're going to have sanded andesite in those. And inscribed andesite in that one. And on the sides here we're going to place some of these with sanded andesite. Obviously you can mix normal andesite or eroded andesite or some shit like that in, but I prefer to just use one variant here in a tutorial because that saves a bit of time. Then we're going to place these here. These here, only reason why I use bike panels is so that I can fit in the lights. and we're going to have edged white redstone lamp, like that. And on the sides here, we're going to place some copycat vertical slices. No, I think we're going to do it like this. Because also you can place a wall behind here and then have a window in front, and it can look okay. But if you want to do that, that's a bit simpler than using framed, but I don't really care. Place some of these in. Yeah, let's see. Now we need one of these here, which is a framed collapsible copycat block, like that. I've obviously hammered it in already, but you can see it's like 4 pixels in on both sides, and it's 2 pixels thick, so you should be able to replicate that quite easily. Now let's put some copycat slices on here, there. Now we're going to get copycat half layers, and yeah, we need to place them like this, and yeah, like that. This one here needs to be one lower. Then we're going to raise those so it looks like this. So these are 4 pixels high, and this is 6 pixels high. I'm going to raise that one. This one here needs to be raised to max height for the insulator here. Then we're going to have smooth blue concrete on the outside and blue concrete on the inside like this. Now we also need to get a rose quartz lamp that you can either turn on or off depending on which side you're going to run as, forwards or backwards. Then we're going to place grid blue concrete, and these need to be so that you can see the lower edge here and the top edge. Now it is time to replicate this to other cab. What do I not need? This I don't need. I need this here. Okay. Let's build this cab too before we start on the pantographs. So we're basically doing the exact same thing as on the other side. Needs right here. We're going to get the lamps, and these should be on here in the front. So I've set this one here, so the red one is on. You should have the white ones here on. Place those. We're going to place in the framed collapsible copycat block. For fuck's sake, don't freeze on me, game. Then we're going to get the copycat slices here with blue concrete in them. In real life there's a number board on the front where these 2 slices are, but since I haven't made an Armor's Workshop part for that yet, I won't have that. If I ever make one, I'll publish it on the global skin library and probably say I've made it in some video. Alright, let's start with the insulator here. Then we're going to have this like that. Max height slightly lower than that. Here. There we go. Let's place in the insulator now, like that. And let's lower those to, I think, see, they need to be raised 1 pixel. Then we need the blue concrete here. We are going to place a smooth blue concrete and the rose quartz lamp here. So now this here is almost done. We just need the pantographs. These are really simple. Either, if you're lazy, you can just place them like this, or we can decorate the base a bit, because that looks kinda naff. So we're going to use copycat bites and copycat slices. Place these up like this, and then we're going to have bites in the 4 corners. Low enough so it doesn't clip. Okay. Put some train hulls in here. Now we just need the cab interior, which you can do in many different ways depending if you want to drive it on left hand traffic or right hand traffic, but since I don't really care which one you're using, we're just gonna set it up like this. For left, we're going to have train control in the middle, then a seat on the side, which is quite simple. It works very well for manual trains because you have a seat on the side. You can see signals and everything very well out to the side, but yeah. Now we're just going to place in some of these like this. Yeah, that size is the right one. So now the AEM-7 is done, except for gluing, and you can do this in 2 ways. I think I'll show both. So one of the ways you can do it is that you place a bogie in the middle here, you glue the rest of the locomotive to that bogie, then you glue the bogies here as separate, so you get a kind of realistic turning of the bogies without the suspension turning. But actually I'll show that right quick. I'm going to do it like this, so you got that, and you've got this here, like that. We're going to just place here, need a invisible bogie under here, and that's going to be glued probably all the way up to the top like this. Then you can box glue the top of a locomotive, a car body, like that. Can see here, can glue this here to the side, this here can be glued. Actually take all of the side in one doing. This here needs to be glued like that. I'm gonna take all of this side too. Need to get rid of that one. Like that. It's important to make sure that it's all connected, and it looks like I messed up here, so we'll just quickly fix that. And now this locomotive should have realistic turning bogies. So if we look on the other one, I've just box glued it, which is the other way to do it. It is way faster and way simpler, but if we're going for realism, this here is the obviously superior choice. Now, if we look at the bogies when we come to a turn, you can see that the bogie actually moves separate from the body, which is how it would do in real life. And in my opinion, this here looks really quite cool, but if you don't want that extra level of detail, you can just skip it. It doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme of things. On like big corners, you barely even notice that there are turning bogies. So in my next video we will be building the I think they're called amp coaches for this locomotive, and we will I've also made a 500 subscribers special, but I'll only release it at 500 subscribers. It's quite a nice video, I think. Well, it took me like a couple of hours to throw together. It's very good. So help me get to 500 subscribers and I will release the video. Anyway, this here has been it for today. The amp coaches are coming in a couple of days, I think, once I've designed and recorded that tutorial. Anyway, I hope you all have a great